My friends, this is the day the Lord has made, a brand new day, a fresh start, a gift from heaven itself. Before you take a single step, before you rush into the noise of the world, let me ask you, what are you living for today? Are you waking up with purpose? Are you stepping out in faith? Or are you carrying yesterday's burdens into today's blessings? Too many of us wake up in the morning already defeated. We wake up with fear, with doubt, with regret. But listen to me, God did not wake you up today to walk in fear. He woke you up to walk in victory. Life is not easy. The road is not always smooth. But hear this truth, the strength you need for today is already within you. The courage, the faith, the endurance, it is already there because God placed it inside you before you even opened your eyes this morning. So how will you start your day? Will you wake up and scroll through distractions? Will you start with worry and stress, or will you start with gratitude? Will you start with faith? Will you step into today with a fire inside of you that cannot be put out? This morning, stand up, lift your head, square your shoulders, and say to yourself, I am ready, I am strong, I am blessed. No weapon formed against me will prosper. I will walk in faith. I will not back down. Today is mine. Because when you start your day in faith, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Here's an expanded version of your first keynote, written in a powerful and compelling style. Most people wake up and go through life on autopilot. They roll out of bed, check their phones, drown themselves in distractions, and let the world set the tone for their day. They move from task to task, reacting to life instead of directing it. But you were not created to drift. You were not made to be tossed back and forth by circumstances. You were created with purpose, and that purpose is calling you from the moment your eyes open in the morning. The enemy wants you to believe that today is just another day. He wants you to think it doesn't matter. But that is a lie. Every day you wake up is another chance to make an impact, another opportunity to grow, another moment to walk in the calling set before you. If you start your day without purpose, you leave yourself open to whatever distractions, temptations, and discouragements come your way. But when you start with intention, when you wake up and declare, this day is a gift and I will not waste it, everything shifts. Purpose is not something you find, it is something you live. It is not hiding in the distant future, it is in the way you wake up, the way you carry yourself, the way you choose to see the world. Purpose is in the way you treat people, the way you handle challenges, the way you push forward even when you feel like quitting. It is in the way you use the gifts God has given you, the way you speak life into others, and the way you refuse to settle for less than what you were created for. Too many people wake up and let their past dictate their present. They carry regrets, failures, and disappointments into today like a heavy chain around their necks. They look at themselves through the lens of yesterday's mistakes and convince themselves that nothing will change. But listen to me, your past is not your future. What happened yesterday does not define what is possible today. You are not bound by your failures, and you are not limited by what you did or did not do before. This day is brand new, untouched, unspoiled, and full of possibility. Purpose begins the moment you decide to live with intention. It begins when you stop waiting for the right circumstances, the perfect timing, or someone else's approval. It begins when you wake up and take ownership of your life, when you declare that today will not be wasted, when you make the decision that no matter what comes your way, you will move forward with faith, with focus, with fire. The world is full of distractions. It is full of noise. The moment you wake up, you will be bombarded with messages, responsibilities, and expectations. If you are not intentional, the world will decide your priorities for you. It will pull you in 1,000 different directions, keeping you busy but not productive, exhausted but not fulfilled. But when you start your day with purpose, you take control. You decide what matters. You choose where to direct your energy, your time, your focus. You do not need to have everything figured out. You do not need a perfect plan. You simply need to wake up and decide that today you will not drift. Today you will not waste the time you have been given. Today you will walk with purpose, speak with purpose, and act with purpose. Because when you do, doors open, strength rises, clarity comes, and you begin to see that every moment, every step, every decision is shaping the future that God has already prepared for you. Fear is the greatest thief of destiny. It creeps into the hearts of men and women, whispering doubts, planting seeds of hesitation, and paralyzing those who are meant to walk boldly in faith. It does not come with a roar, but with a whisper, subtle, deceptive, persistent. It tells you that you are not strong enough, not wise enough, not capable enough. It reminds you of every failure, every shortcoming, every time you have fallen short, And if you listen, if you allow fear to take root in your mind, it will control you before you even take your first step. But you were not created to live in fear. You were not designed to shrink back when challenges arise. You were meant to move forward, to press on, to overcome. Fear is a liar, and the only power it has is the power you give it. Every great move in life, every step toward purpose, every decision that leads to something greater comes with resistance. Fear will always try to stand between you and your calling. It will disguise itself as caution, as wisdom, as logic. It will make you think you are protecting yourself when in reality you are holding yourself back. Fear asks, what if you fail? But faith declares, what if you succeed? Fear says you're not ready, but faith says you are equipped. Fear reminds you of your weakness, but faith reminds you of your strength. Fear will tell you to wait, to hold back, to play it safe, but faith will always call you to step out. And here is the truth. The moment you move forward, despite fear, its power is broken. Some people wait for fear to leave before they act. They think that courage is the absence of fear. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is moving forward in spite of it. It is standing tall even when your knees tremble. It is speaking up even when your voice shakes. It is taking a step forward even when you do not know what lies ahead. Courage is not something you wait for. It is something you choose. And every time you choose faith over fear, you become stronger. The enemy wants to keep you in fear because he knows that if you step out in faith, you become unstoppable. He knows that if you walk in boldness, chains will break, doors will open, mountains will move. He knows that if you refuse to be ruled by fear, you will rise into the fullness of who you were created to be. And so he tries to deceive you into believing that fear is bigger than your purpose. But fear is not bigger. Fear is not stronger. It is only an illusion, a shadow that fades when light is shined upon it. Look back at your life and see the moments when fear held you back. The times you wanted to speak but stayed silent. The times you wanted to try but hesitated. The times you knew what needed to be done but let doubt stop you. Fear has stolen too much already. It has delayed too many dreams, silenced too many voices, buried too many purposes. Do not let it take another moment. Faith is the weapon that destroys fear. It is the unshakable confidence that you are not alone, that you are not abandoned, that you are not without help. Faith does not ignore reality, but it refuses to be ruled by it. Faith sees the obstacles, but believes in the breakthrough. Faith acknowledges the difficulty, but declares that it will not be overcome. The question is not whether fear will show up. The question is what you will do when it does. Will you let it stop you? Will you let it dictate your choices? Or will you stand firm and refuse to bow? Will you rise up? Take the next step. Move forward even when everything in you wants to retreat. Because that is where victory begins. That is where transformation happens. That is when chains break, doors open, and the impossible becomes possible. Gratitude is the key that unlocks strength, the force that transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary blessings. It is not just an emotion, but a choice, a perspective, a way of seeing the world that shifts everything. When you wake up in the morning, the first thoughts that fill your mind will shape the course of your day. You can focus on what is missing, on what is difficult, on what is not yet resolved, or you can choose to focus on what is good, what is possible, what is already in your hands. The attitude of your heart will determine the strength you carry. Many people wait for everything to be perfect before they feel grateful. They think, when I have more money, when I achieve my goals, when I get past this struggle, then I will be thankful. But gratitude does not wait for circumstances to change. Gratitude changes the way you see your circumstances. It takes what is in front of you and reveals the blessings that were always there. It shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is abundant, from what is broken to what is still whole, from what is uncertain to what is already secured. There is a power that comes when you begin to count your blessings instead of your burdens. Suddenly, what once seemed heavy begins to feel lighter. What once felt impossible begins to seem achievable. Gratitude is not just about feeling good, it is about building resilience, about strengthening your spirit, about creating an unshakable foundation that no storm can break. When you learn to give thanks in every circumstance, you take back control of your mindset. And when you control your mindset, you control your life. Some people wake up every day and immediately think of everything that is wrong. They rehearse their problems, relive their failures, and focus on what they do not have. They allow negativity to dominate their thoughts before they even take their first step. And as a result, they carry that weight throughout the day. Their energy is low, their motivation is weak, and their spirit feels drained. But those who wake up and choose gratitude start their day with strength. They see every breath as a gift, every opportunity as a blessing, every challenge as a chance to grow. They do not ignore their struggles, but they refuse to be defined by them. Gratitude is not passive. It is a force that drives you forward. It fuels perseverance because when you are thankful, you stop feeling sorry for yourself. You stop making excuses. You stop dwelling on what went wrong and start focusing on what you can do. Gratitude shifts you from complaining to creating, from waiting to acting, from fear to faith. It reminds you that no matter what is happening around you, there is always something to be thankful for, always something good that is unfolding, always something worth holding on to. When you practice gratitude, your perspective on life changes. The things you once took for granted suddenly become sources of joy. The people you once overlooked become reasons to smile. The challenges you once dreaded become opportunities to grow. You realize that strength does not come from external success, but from an internal posture of thankfulness. Gratitude teaches you to see beauty in the ordinary, to find meaning in the small moments, to appreciate what you already have instead of constantly chasing what you think you need. Every morning you have a choice. You can wake up and focus on what is missing, or you can wake up and give thanks for what is already present. You can look at your struggles and feel defeated, or you can look at your blessings and feel empowered. What you choose to focus on will determine the strength you carry into the day ahead. Gratitude is not just a practice. It is a way of life, a foundation that allows you to stand firm, to move forward, and to walk in the fullness of all that is meant for you. The words you speak have power. Every day from the moment you wake up, your words begin to shape your reality. What you say about yourself, about your circumstances, about your future, it all matters. Too many people speak defeat over their lives before the day even begins. They wake up and say, "I'm tired, I'm not ready, this is going to be a hard day." Without realizing it, they have already set the tone for what is to come. They have already declared over themselves a day of struggle, a day of stress, a day of exhaustion. But what if instead you woke up and spoke life? What if you declared, "I am strong, I am capable, I am ready for whatever comes my way"? What if you spoke words of faith instead of words of fear? What if you replace every complaint with a declaration of power? Because your words are not just sounds that fill the air. They are seeds planted in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit. And what you plant, you will harvest. When you speak words of doubt, you strengthen doubt. When you speak words of fear, you give fear more power. When you say, "I can't do this," your mind begins to believe it and your actions follow. But when you say, "I will find a way," your mind starts looking for solutions. When you say, "I am built for this," your spirit rises with determination. When you declare, "Nothing will stop me," you begin to walk with the confidence of someone who knows they are already victorious. Some people do not realize that the words they speak are holding them back. They think their problems are external, that their challenges are what keep them stuck. But in reality, their greatest limitation is the way they talk about their life. If you constantly say, "I'm not good enough," you will start to believe it. If you keep saying, "Things never work out for me," you will begin to see failure as inevitable. But if you shift your language, you shift your life. Your words are a reflection of what you believe. If you believe you are defeated, your words will reflect that. If you believe you are more than a conqueror, your words will reflect that too. And the incredible thing is, even if you do not fully believe it yet, speaking words of life will begin to change your belief. When you declare strength over yourself, strength will grow in you. When you declare favor over your life, doors will begin to open. When you declare confidence, you will walk with confidence. Speaking life is not about ignoring reality. It is about choosing what to focus on. Every day will have challenges, but you decide whether you magnify the problem or magnify the solution. You decide whether you speak about the struggle or speak about the breakthrough. You decide whether you talk about fear or talk about faith. And whatever you focus on will expand. Words have the power to shift not only your mindset, but also the way others respond to you. When you speak with confidence, people will treat you with respect. When you speak with authority, opportunities will come your way. When you speak with vision, others will be drawn to you. Your words create the atmosphere around you. And when you fill that atmosphere with positivity, strength, and faith, you attract the same in return. Some people are waiting for their situation to change before they change their words. They think, once I have success, then I'll speak success, but it does not work that way. Your words must change first. You must speak what you want to see before you see it. You must declare victory before the battle is over. You must speak life, even when everything around you seems lifeless. Because words are like a compass. They direct your path. They set your course. They lead you toward the future you desire. If you want to change your life, start by changing the way you speak. Speak strength, speak victory, speak abundance, speak hope, speak faith. Let your words align with the greatness that is within you. Let your words reflect the power that you have been given. Let your words shape a future that is filled with possibility, with success, with purpose. Because when you speak life, life begins to respond. Boldness is not arrogance. It is not recklessness. It is the unwavering confidence that you were created for something greater, that you have been equipped with everything you need to walk in your purpose. It is the refusal to back down in the face of opposition, to shrink when life gets difficult, to retreat when fear tries to rise. Boldness is the posture of those who know that they are not defined by their circumstances, but by the power that is within them. Every day you have a choice. You can walk into your day hesitant, unsure, timid, waiting for permission to take up space, waiting for someone to validate you, waiting for everything to feel just right before you move forward. Or you can decide that you will step into every moment with courage, with authority, with the conviction that you belong, that you are ready, that you are more than capable. The greatest regrets in life do not come from the risks we took, but from the opportunities we let pass us by because we were too afraid to act. Fear is always present when you are on the edge of something great. It will try to convince you to stay where it is safe, to settle, to remain comfortable. But comfort is the enemy of growth. No one who has ever achieved something remarkable did so by playing it safe. There will always be voices, some from within, some from the world around you, that will try to convince you that you are not enough, that you do not have what it takes, that you should wait, that you should prepare more, that you should be careful not to aim too high. But those voices are wrong. You have everything you need right now to step forward. The only thing holding you back is the decision to believe in yourself enough to take that first step. Boldness is not about never feeling fear. It is about acting in spite of fear. It is about knowing that even if your hands shake, even if your voice trembles, even if doubt whispers in the back of your mind, you are going to move forward anyway. It is about refusing to give in to the lies that say you are not capable, that you are not ready, that you should wait for a better time. Some people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for the fear to leave, waiting for someone to give them permission. But time does not wait. Every day that passes is a day that could have been spent chasing your calling, building your dreams, stepping into the life that was meant for you. The only way to get there is to move, to take action, to stop second-guessing yourself and start believing that you are exactly where you need to be to take the next step. The world does not reward hesitation. It does not open doors for those who are too afraid to knock. It moves for those who move boldly. Those who step into rooms with confidence, who speak with authority, who refuse to shrink when faced with challenges. Boldness is the language of those who know that they are not here by accident, that their purpose is bigger than their fear, that their potential is greater than their limitations. You are not made to sit on the sidelines of life, watching others take risks, watching others build, watching others succeed, while you tell yourself that maybe one day it will be your turn. Your turn is now. Your time is now. The only thing you need is the courage to step forward. The only thing standing between you and the life you were meant to live is the decision to stop doubting and start moving. When you walk in boldness, things begin to shift, doors begin to open, opportunities begin to appear. Not because life suddenly becomes easier, but because you refuse to let fear dictate your steps. You refuse to let doubt control your actions. You refuse to settle for anything less than what you know you were created for. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. It is waiting for you to stop hesitating, to stop questioning, to stop holding back. It is waiting for you to rise, to step forward, to claim the life that is meant for you. The time for waiting is over. The time for playing small is done. The time to be bold is now.